The WNBA is breaking records with a huge surge in franchise values and soaring attendance, but players say their share of revenue is minuscule compared to other professional sports. Here's a closer look. In the past year, the WNBA's 13 franchises have seen record-breaking growth, increasing in value by over 180%, according to Sportico. You can chart the league's growing popularity not only in financial gain, but in name recognition too. Stars like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese becoming household names, as well as a spike in celebrity endorsements and attendance. In 2024, Caitlin Clark's team, the Indiana Fever, averaged more than 17,000 fans a game. That's more than 6 NBA teams and 3 MLB teams in the same span. The uptick in popularity corresponds with a $2.2 billion TV rights deal the WNBA signed for 2026 that covers the next 11 years, which ESPN reports will increase the league's annual revenue by about $200 million a season. Yet, WNBA players say they're not being paid what they're owed. Right now, they get less than 10% of the league's total revenue, a strikingly slim margin when compared to other pro sports leagues in which athletes typically split revenues about 50-50. That's almost 40% greater than WNBA players, and why some of the league's stars say they're due a higher percentage of revenue, though they're not looking for dollar-for-dollar parity. Keep in mind, despite historic gains, since it was founded in 1996, the league has always operated at a loss, annually losing tens of millions of dollars, even with large cash boosts coming from the NBA, which is the majority stakeholder. But as the league is poised to keep growing, adding 2 more teams next season, expanding to 18 total by 2030, the question remains, what will the league do with the new revenue? Are we headed for a lockout? Or can the owners and players agree to new terms that align with what they feel they're owed? And the clock is ticking. The deadline for the WNBA and its players to make a deal is coming up in the next few weeks at the end of October. Eric Pincus joins us now from Bleacher Report. You wrote this week, Eric, that the WNBA can realistically expect their next collective bargaining agreement to be tough. What are you anticipating?
Well, it is difficult to negotiate a collective bargaining agreement because you have so many different owners, you have players who are fighting for something that they believe in. And until there's a forced decision, which usually comes with a lockout, there's a contentious negotiation. And ultimately, I would like to be optimistic and say that a deal is reached, but the players want, as you said, not a dollar-for-dollar match with the NBA. NBA is a $10 billion business. WNBA isn't at that scale, but they would like to grow into that split the pie, split it fairly, because, I mean, we're not going to see the owners of the teams play basketball. These are built on the stars. Someone like Caitlin Clark has been hurt much of the year, and the league is still thriving. The Valkyries, a new team in Golden State, sold out, beat a bunch of teams in the NBA with attendance. So the market is there. They just want to fight to get what they believe is a equitable share.
What have you heard as the response to the fact that the league is fighting to be profitable, that they're still at a loss for money?
Well, so this goes into kind of a question of accounting. You know, there's balance sheet and there's income statement. If you buy the team for, let's say, $10, $20 million some time ago, and then you sell it for $200 million or $300 million, and maybe you lost $10 million every year for 10 years, you're still profiting. So it's an issue that I don't think fundamentally that the players union is going to agree with in that concept, because there's a line of investors trying to buy in, and the NBA is the largest shareholder. And if they said, okay, we're out of the WNBA business, they would be able to sell those shares very easily and probably for a profit. So there's profit to be made, but you're investing in a young league. It's only it's pushing 30. Which is young in league terms. And so it hasn't reached full maturity, but that's also why it's an opportunity for an investor to get in when it isn't $2-3 billion to buy, or the Lakers 10 billion, whatever the NBA teams are going it for. WNBA teams aren't at that level, but that's also opportunity. So I think it's a real issue, but I don't know that it's the player's responsibility, because income is there. It's just a question of when it's taken. If you're taking it 10 years later by selling the team and making tons and tons over what you invested, that's a profit too.
That's a really good point. I wonder how these new expansion teams are potentially going to impact these negotiations.
Well, it's great for the league. Well, there's more jobs for more players, and they're not expanding because the league is doing poorly, right? It reflects that this is a healthy league where you have, as I said, people lining up to invest in it, and there are going to be new teams. It changes the dynamics a little bit because they're sharing in some of the revenue from that TV deal, and it dilutes it a bit. So this is a great time to get in to the league. But yeah, it's more jobs, more exposure. As I mentioned, the Valkyries made playoffs and really one of the best expansion teams in all of sports. We can look at leagues. How many times does an expansion team come in, killed it, coach of the year, Natalie Nakase, and didn't get past the first round, but unbelievable season. So open up to new markets, expand the league. I think it's wonderful.
As you noted, the WNBA now in the playoffs. Who is the favorite to win the championship?
Well, maybe the Minnesota Lynx or the Las Vegas Aces, certainly the top two teams in the league. Phoenix Mercury are, they're going to disagree with that take. I struggled to pick the Indiana Fever because they're like, right. It's a near miracle that they've gotten this far with so many injuries. They're like the walking wounded, and it's been really wonderful to watch them play. I'll just say, Aces because that's my pick, but I no slight on the other teams. They are absolutely fantastic.
Eric Pincus, thanks so much for joining us and sharing your weekend with us.
Thank you. Anytime.